Thank you all so much for spending your Friday evening with us here in the heart of the valley, Greenfield. Of our commitments to this community, what we were going to do. And the one that really meant the most to me, that they were closely tied, was we were going to bring the office home to the district, and we were going to create an internship program. We're here tonight to celebrate a ribbon cutting on a facility that makes both of those dreams, both of those promises, a reality to our communities. I look around tonight and I see so many incredible community members, so many partners who've helped make this possible. And I want to say a few thank yous to start us off tonight. We're standing here in Greenfield City Hall, not where we initially broke ground across town. I know a lot of folks are asking, wait a minute, weren't you over by the Starbucks? Long story, as we all know, with any development. But there were two commitments I made on that day. One was wherever we ended up was going to have a flag out front because we were going to be under the American flag. And I thank the city of Greenfield, not just for their hospitality, but also for maintaining the flag. So we've got an awesome one out front. The other was a lesson, I know my dad's coming, but a lesson that I learned from him, which was always have on a pot of coffee. You know, and it's a way for people to gather and feel welcome. Whether or not they bought a car or not, as I shared back then, there was a lot of folks who just stopped by for a cup of coffee. And as you'll see in here, we have a station that has an incredible little coffee bar. And that was made possible by two friends. Kathy, thank you so much for the espresso machine that you donated right after our groundbreaking. It sat in storage for a while. And Debbie Norman, who couldn't be with us tonight, but she donated the Keurig to make that commitment possible. And so we're sitting here tonight with a lot of people to thank. I want to thank the city of Greenfield, who when they obviously were overseeing the development across town, and when they saw the problems happening and said, you know what, we've got space. We'll make this happen. They weren't the only ones. I've got a great friend here tonight, Michael Grieva. I want to thank him. He said, I've got a building too. The community opened up doors and said, we want to help you get here because it matters to us. And so this wouldn't be possible without the city. We even have employees of the city, including, I want to thank Raquel Mays, Paul Mugen, and Paul Wood, who vacated their own offices to make the space here behind us possible, to give us a wing where we could all sit together. And really the city council here from Greenfield who gave that direction and said, let's make this happen. Now, tonight with us, we have some awesome guests. I want to thank we have the mayor of Soledad, Ana Velazquez, here with a couple different hats on, but thank you for joining us. We've got Mayor LeBarre from King City. Thank you for joining us. Robert Rivas is district director. We want to thank Dominic Dursa for joining us, and he's got other staff here as well. And let me see, I know we have our former councilwoman, Karen Jernigan, and if you don't know, she's Karen about King City. I'll never forget that. I love that tagline in the King City paper. And we did have Councilmember Angela Untitled with us earlier, but she had to leave for another commitment. This space also has another major contribution I wanted to highlight, which is when you open a space like this, you can't just open with bare walls. So we put together an art competition to help us decorate the space. And you guys showed up. We had over 150 submissions, and the pieces that were selected by our team are absolutely beautiful and speak to the heart of who we are here in Southern Monterey County. And so we've got a list of winners that I want to read. Joanne Moline, Dexter Farm, who's with us, Cynthia Hyatt, Tessa Rava, Linda Elling, Kelly Morgantini, Cara Fanny, Javier Lopez, and Leon Infante. Incredible pieces of art up on the wall, and we promise to do this every year so we can rotate it out and give everybody a chance to be featured in this space, which is yours. At this point, I would like to welcome up a few folks to help us christen this new facility, and so we have Mayor LeBarre first. Mayor, would you like to come up and share a few words?
Thank you, Supervisor. It is always hard to follow Chris. You know, when you speak from the heart, it just really means a big thing. The City of King is just so glad that you brought your office to South County. What you do for our community, and quite frankly, you understand our needs, and you work every day to make that happen. So on behalf of the City of King, a couple lines, want me to read them? Yeah. Mayor's proclamation. On behalf of the City of King, we express our sincere appreciation to Supervisor Chris Lopez and celebrate the grand opening ribbon cutting of the District 3 Supervisorial Office in Greenfield, California. And whereas Supervisor Lopez ensures South County has the best representation for all he serves, and whereas the new District 3 Supervisor's Office will provide greater access to all South County residents. And whereas Supervisor Lopez understands the needs of the district and is committed to bring resources and services that provide more opportunities for South County and District 3. So therefore, be it proclaimed, the City Council and the community of King City recognize and commend Supervisor Chris Lopez for his work and dedication bringing the District 3 Supervisorial Office to South County. Thank you for your leadership.
Thank you, Mayor.
Got to do the picture. Thank you.
Dominic, you want to come up? Tag team.
Joint thing. So yeah, it's one of those few times where I like to keep it brief, usually because the assembly member does. But you know, we can't really say enough about being here for Supervisor Lopez. Because one of the greatest things about the supervisor is he's never been about rhetoric. Usually when you call him up, it's how do we get things done? And he's demonstrated that from day one. Whether it's rolling up his sleeves in places like Chular that experienced flooding, whether it's been during this pandemic, he's led from the front. You don't even know he's a politician by the modesty and the absolute caring he shows in the community. Some people fly by, they're there for 15 minutes, they get a photo. Chris is there all day. You know, Priscilla, sometimes we joke, hey, is Chris gonna leave? Like, you know, he's got a beautiful son, and yet he still dedicates all this time to his community, and that's purely because of his heart and how much he cares about this community. And we know how much you wanted to get back to Greenfield to open this office. So really, on behalf of our two offices, and I know I don't have something to say on behalf of the city of Soledad, but really, we're just really happy for you being home again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dominic. Very well said. So I'm also here as Supervisor Lopez said, not just representing the city of Soledad as the mayor, but also district director for Senator Caballero. So on both fronts, you know, we've been just really excited to have Supervisor Lopez, and I try to keep up with him, and I don't know how he does it. I mean, he starts super early in the morning, and he's still in the evening having meetings. So for me, as an elected official, has been really refreshing to be able to see his dynamic character and really being in our community. When we talk about elected officials and being present in our communities, Chris is the leadership and the model for that, because he is there at every crucial moment. He's there on the celebratory moments as well that are big for our communities. So I just really appreciate him having a big footprint already in the short amount of time that he's been our supervisor. And likely, as Dominic said, is being able to welcome him to South County. This is my home, and I know obviously for many of you as well. So being able to have a South County District 3 Monterey County Supervisor's Office here in Greenfield is really special for all of our residents here in Southern Monterey County. So on behalf also of the City of Soledad and the Senator, let me just read this from the City of Soledad on behalf of our council members, and also want to say thank you to Councilmember Maricela Lara, who's also a staff of Supervisor Lopez, but also a City Councilwoman for the City of Soledad. So on behalf of the City of Soledad commends your efforts on the establishment of a district office to serve the residents of the 3rd District of Monterey County. Thank you for your leadership and invaluable contributions to improving the economic and social prosperity of our communities. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much, Supervisor.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So I'm gonna do something that my staff doesn't know I was gonna do. When you do a ribbon cutting, it's really exciting, right? It's a moment, it's a new facility, it's the communities. But it wouldn't be possible, and I left these thank yous for the end, without a certain group of people. My staff, Priscilla, Maricela, and Sandra, who made all of this possible. Without them, none of this would be in the condition it's in. So as we do this ribbon cutting, I want them to hold the scissors because they did the lift. And I can't tell you how many times I pushed on them and said, Hey, where are we with the new computers? Oh, where's Evo? Where's George? Where are the new chairs? Where are the cubicles at? I kept the pressure on them, and they answered. And why it's important to me, I'm going to speak a little about, there's an aspect here that's really important to me personally, outside of the professional role. And it's my wife and son. It's my mother-in-law. It's my sister. It's my family. We're here in South County. And for 12 years, I've commuted to Salinas. I've lost that hour each way, 30, 45 minutes each way. Now, as he grows up, I've already been able to sneak out 2 or 3 times for lunch and hang out with him. Those are things I can't get back when all is said and done. So for me, on a personal level, being able to be here at home is critically important. And without them, that would not be possible. I could not have done this. I would not be here today with this opportunity for our community without you guys. So honey, thank you for your support. And Theo, thank you for not yelling through the entire ceremony.
He's giving you the side eye.
He is.
He's like, hurry up, Dad.
So with that, I'd love if our electeds would join us. And what we're going to do right after, so I don't want everyone to wander away. I want Maricela to present because she put together these incredible baskets for our winners of the art competition. All the products in these baskets are from southern Monterey County. We have olive oil from Ranchita Canyon, which most people don't even know is down like near Parkfield, past Parkfield, an incredible spot where they make some of the best olive oil in the country here in district. We have our grand prize winners got a couple of these wreaths from Creekside Farms, who provided those, brought them by yesterday fresh. They smell incredible. If you want to lean in now with the world of masks, smell that thing, it's incredible. We have wine from Scheid. We have honey and jams from Flora's Farm here on the edge of Greenfield. We have some avocados from the Santa Lucia Highlands. There's just an incredible display of what we do here in southern Monterey County is on display here in these prizes for our incredible artists who had photography and some incredible painting. Thank you, Tessa. I really love your poppies. So with that, if you guys would join me, if I could have our elected officials and representatives join us, and we'll have this ribbon cutting.